Do dogs seem to gravitate toward you? Some people can't step outside without strange dogs flocking to them. It's as if the dogs can sense their presence from a distance, eagerly approaching for treats or affection. But what exactly makes these individuals so irresistible to dogs? And if you're not naturally a canine magnet, how can you boost your appeal and start enjoying more of that furry attention? From your scent to your clothing choices and beyond, we will explore 9 reasons why some people naturally draw dogs while others don't. Reason number 9. What's in your pockets? If a dog seems unusually interested in you, particularly sniffing at your clothes, it's probably a sign to investigate your pockets. Most likely they're convinced you've got something tasty and are hoping for a bite. Dogs have an extraordinary ability to detect scents. So even if you're sure you're not carrying food, a forgotten snack like biscuits in your pocket or a leftover sandwich in your bag could be what they're smelling. It doesn't even have to be foods you're carrying right now. If you had a meal before leaving home, the scent of crumbs on your jacket or the aroma of breakfast on your breath might be all it takes. And don't forget, even non-food items with a strong smell like gum or wrappers can pique their curiosity just as much. Reason number 8. Check your scent. While food smells are undeniably enticing to dogs, they aren't the only scents our furry companions enjoy. Just like humans, dogs can appreciate pleasant aromas purely for the sake of smelling them. Think about it. As humans with relatively weak noses, we love perfumes, shampoos, and body washes that mimic the smells of flowers, fruits, and herbs. Now imagine how much more delightful these fragrances are for a dog, whose sense of smell is far superior. You might assume that unless your daily routine includes spritzing yourself with sausage-scented perfume, your scent wouldn't appeal to a dog. But here's the surprise. In 2022, scientists discovered that dogs are particularly drawn to certain scents. Among their favorites, blueberries, blackberries, mint, roses, and lavender, all fragrances commonly found in human products. So, if you're a fan of these scents, don't be surprised if dogs find you extra appealing. Reason number 7. How well do you know the owner? Dogs are far more socially perceptive than they're often given credit for. You've probably heard stories about dogs disliking someone who later turned out to be untrustworthy or harmful, like an abusive partner or a cheating friend. But dogs don't just pick up on threats, they also notice and respond to positive relationships. If you've shown kindness to their owner, even in small ways, their dog may have taken note. Perhaps you always greet the owner with a friendly smile or hold the door open for them. These little gestures might be enough for the dog to decide they like you too. In fact, dogs often act as emotional mirrors for their owners. So if the owner feels good around you, their dog is more likely to reflect that same positive energy. Reason number 6. What do you look like? Sometimes a dog's fondness for you has nothing to do with who you are and everything to do with who you remind them of. Dogs have powerful memories tied to their senses. So a familiar scent, posture, or even hairstyle could spark a positive or negative reaction. A dog that's experienced mistreatment might grow anxious or defensive around someone who resembles their former owner. Conversely, if a dog has fond memories of someone kind and loving, your appearance or scent might trigger feelings of safety and happiness. If a strange dog runs up to you with tail-wagging enthusiasm, it might be because you remind them of a cherished friend from their younger days. Reason number 5. How are you feeling? Dogs are incredibly skilled at sensing human emotions. While some believe this comes from their empathy or a psychic connection, the reality is much simpler. Emotions produce hormones, and those hormones have distinct scents. These smells are too faint for humans to notice, but to a dog, they're as clear as day. Dogs instinctively look to humans as leaders, recognizing our superior intelligence and strength. If they smell fear or anxiety, they may think, if the human is scared, this must be really dangerous, and react accordingly. On the other hand, if you're in a cheerful mood, dogs can detect that too, and they're more likely to see you as approachable and open to affection. Reason number 4. What are you wearing? You've probably heard that dogs are colorblind and imagined they see the world in shades of black and white, as if your pup were stuck in an old-school detective movie. But that's not entirely true, though most dogs wouldn't fit the grumpy detective stereotype anyway. While dogs can't perceive the full spectrum of colors that humans can, they do see some hues, particularly yellow and blue, quite vividly. If your outfit prominently features these colors, chances are a dog will take notice. Additionally, dogs find it easier to spot people wearing contrasting colors or bold patterns. So, while your bright blue shirt with yellow polka dots might not be trendy in the human world, it's practically a fashion statement to a curious canine. Reason number 3. What do you sound like? A dog's favorite voice will always belong to their owner, regardless of its tone or pitch. However, when it comes to unfamiliar voices, dogs tend to be a bit choosier and they're naturally drawn to higher-pitched voices, which is why they often respond positively to baby talk and enthusiastic tones. Interestingly, this preference for high-pitched voices isn't just about sound. It's also linked to how they interpret emotion. A cheerful tone signals safety and friendliness, making a dog more inclined to approach. If your voice happens to be on the higher end and you're speaking in a happy tone, dogs are more likely to find you appealing. This connection is so strong that even your mood can affect how your voice sounds to a dog, further shaping their reaction to you. So, next time you encounter a dog, try speaking in a light, playful tone. They'll probably love it. Reason number 2. Are you sweating? Imagine you're out for a jog on a hot day and a random dog starts leaping up, sniffing, and licking you. Are they just impressed by your dedication to fitness? Probably not. It's more likely that they're drawn to your sweat. Humans have special glands called apocrine glands, located in areas like the armpits and groin, that produce the pungent sweat responsible for body odor. We often try to cover it up with deodorant or antiperspirant, but intense exercise or scorching heat can overpower those defenses. While humans might steer clear of someone drenched in sweat, dogs see it as an irresistible invitation to get closer. To them, the smell isn't offensive, it's fascinating. On top of that, sweat contains salt, a tasty treat that dogs can't resist licking off your skin. For a dog, your sweaty presence is like an all-you-can-sniff buffet with a salty bonus. Reason number 1. What time of the month is it? This topic applies to only half of the population. And yes, it's even more awkward than the discussion about sweat. Dogs are particularly drawn to the smell of period blood. So much so that if you're not careful, they might rummage through your bathroom garbage looking for used tampons. Definitely don't let them do that. It's not only unhygienic, but also poses a serious risk of choking or intestinal blockages. If you're currently on your period, you may notice that dogs take a greater interest in you. But don't worry, they're not specifically sniffing out your blood. Instead, they're reacting to changes in your pheromones caused by the hormonal shifts of your cycle. The same thing happens during ovulation, and studies have found that women who are ovulating also tend to attract more attention from dogs. You've just unlocked the secrets to why dogs react to you the way they do. But there's one behavior that needs extra attention: when a dog decides to bite your hand. So stick around for our next video where we'll break down what's really going on when this happens. Knowing this could mean the difference between confusion and connection with your furry friend.